Hello everyone, I created a strategy that uses Bollinger Bands as the basis, and I wanted to explain how to use it for everyone that decided to try it out. Okay, so essentially let's start with the first things first. The trade direction is changeable, so you can do long only, short only, or both. I suggest using long only in bull markets, short only in bear markets, and both is maybe if you're scalping on lower time frames. Okay, so the length. And as we change the conditions, I want you to pay attention to the net profit that you can see over here and see how maybe the Bollinger Bands, how the net profit changes as we change the settings. Anyway, the default for Bollinger Bands is 20. I like to increase the value closer to 30 because I feel like it creates, maybe removes some of the noise, but I suggest that you experiment with the values. So my main strategy with using Bollinger Bands is basically upper band breakout. My perfect trade would probably be an upper channel breakout where I would want it to enter the trade around here and close it over here. But as you can see, the price action is kind of crossing in and out of the Bollinger Band. To avoid that, or to make it more pronounced, I change it, the standard deviation to 1.5. Yeah, I change it to 1.5, and now the price kind of works more of as a resistance. The offset, what does that do? It offsets the Bollinger Bands by the amount that you set. So this only applies to entries, because I think that offsets for the exits would be kind of counterintuitive, because that would mean that you're lagging your exit by this amount. But here I use it more of as a confirmation for myself to see that it's actually kind of a breakout appearing, because the breakout could start out mildly and you won't see it, you wouldn't see it as well over here, let's say, compared to like over here. Here you can see it with the naked eye that from here to here would be a great breakout to kind of capitalize on. So the next thing that I've added is take profit and stop loss. Basic stuff. You can activate it, you can activate take profit, up to you. So the volume conditional is basically works as a conditional which allows the trade when volume crosses kind of the average of the amount of bars that you've already set. So if we turn it on, you can see that the trade disappears. So apparently there wasn't enough. I'm not going to go into the logic of how exactly it works, but it's not quite as a filter. It's a bit different. So how would we go about setting up the upper band breakout that I was talking about earlier? So we're gonna do, we can leave it at lower band, and then we want it to enter as it reaches the upper band, right? How will our exit condition look like? Well, we want it to close probably after it crosses into the upper bands. An exit condition, well, also upper band, I guess, then it would kind of just go into here. So how would that look? Well, it would look exactly how it looks here. It crossed the lower band, went up into this area here where it crosses the upper band, and as a breakout goes out and closes as it reaches the upper band. So what happens if we maybe increase the offset? Does that help? It does help. Okay, what if we increase it more? Well, no, not really. There could be some diminishing returns off of that. So I suggest that you experiment with the values, even if they maybe don't quite make sense for you instantly. So why, for me, I would be kind of pissed that it didn't open a trade over here, right? Because it crossed the upper band and we missed the whole big kind of area, the big breakout itself. So that's because we set as the first conditional that has to cross the lower band. So we can change that. Let's just set it whenever it crosses the upper band, because both conditions are upper band. Then open the trade and close the trade as soon as it touches the upper band. So let's see, maybe the offset helps. No, it doesn't. It kind of ruins it instead. So let's go back. Let's check if the conditional helps. No, it removes quite a bit of trades and not really what we want. So this is not the way I would like it to work, because it kind of closes, then it opens, then it closes, and it kind of creates noise with the commissions piling up as well. So what we could do is set the exit conditional from upper band to upper basis midpoint. So then it kind of lets it go a bit lower. Like if it crosses the upper band, it won't close, but as soon as it crosses the upper band and lower, then it will close the trade. So here you can see the candle is quite big. Maybe I'll zoom in. The candle is quite big, so it crossed the midpoint, and that's why it closed the trade. Right? And what else we could do? We could do... Oh yeah, there's more things we can do. So let's try basis. Well, nothing really changed, right? But if we require a double exit condition, things look quite a bit different. So now the trade starts off over here and it closes at the basis. And here we can see that we've gathered all of this trade and it closes it over here. We can change it to upper basis midpoint. And now it's working quite similarly, but here we can see a bit more noise. And I would say that you should just experiment with these values and see what works exactly for you. And this basically forces one condition to be implemented first, and only after that will the other conditions trigger the exit. So here we set that the first exit condition has to be enforced first. So as soon as it has to go through upper band, and then only it will close at, let's say, upper to basis. So here it didn't quite reach the upper to the midpoint itself, so that's why it didn't close. What if we add like an offset? No, that doesn't help us at all. Oh, sorry, you can't go to negative values. Okay, what if we add the conditional? Well, maybe it's a bit higher in terms of profitability, right? But I mean, percent profitable changes. There's a bit less trades, but I wouldn't personally take the trade, and net profit is way too big. So what else we can do? I said it's a versatile tool. Well, you could do the same for shorting, obviously, but you could also use it as kind of a scalping mechanism. So what can we do? Let's just set this to lower band, this to upper band, and then see what happens. Okay, here, well, it entered when we hit the lower band and closed at the upper band, which is how scalping would work, but I don't quite like the way it does it. So what if we increase the standard deviation? Okay, this is a bit better. What if we make an offset? Okay, that's already better. Another offset. Okay, what if we increase it even more? Maybe I should find the trade. As you can see, we're kind of losing quite a bit of trades. So I would probably tone it down a bit. There's quite a bit of trades over here. Okay, so what can we do with it? Maybe lower band is not the best idea. Maybe we wanted to hit the upper, no, not upper, I'm sorry. at the lower to basis midpoint and then open the trade. Well, maybe the conditional as well. No, conditional doesn't help us. What if we remove the offset? So maybe you want to close when it's just at the midpoint, just before it hits, or upper band like that. And what happens if we add this? Yeah, well, the trade becomes a bit more profitable. So this is what I mean when I say that it's quite versatile as a tool, and you just need to play around with it and find exactly what is maybe your niche. And here you can maybe turn on the version where you can short as well, maybe find the exact conditions that they will work in, use conditionals, maybe activate stop loss and take profit, etc. I will have the link in the description. It's gonna link to the store where you can apply for a 2-week trial. It's gonna be subscription based. If you're interested, let me know. And if you have any comments or suggestions, I'll try to reply to as many comments as I can. Thanks.